All right, let's dive into something super valuable today, especially if you're, running your own business or maybe freelancing or even leading a team. We're going deep on the habits of millionaires.
Those folks who've figured out the wealth building thing.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's really interesting? Almost 80% of millionaires are self-made.
Really? That's pretty encouraging.
Right. It means we can totally learn from what they do. Like, no silver spoons needed to get there. So we dug into some videos about this,
Yeah,
and
a bunch of them.
and there are some pretty clear patterns, habits that these millionaires have in common.
Yeah, like it's not just about making money, it's about how they think.
Totally. And one of the
Okay.
biggest takeaways that I got was the whole idea of your environment.
Like who you surround yourself with.
Exactly. I remember when I first started out, I saw this person online who was making a ridiculous amount of money each month. And it just completely blew my mind. It was like, wait, that's possible.
Makes you rethink what you think is possible.
Totally. It's like, if they can do it, maybe I can too, right?
For sure. It's that whole thing, positive peer pressure. Like if the people around you are achieving big things, it kind of pushes you to up your game.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not even about competition, really.
No, it's more like everyone's on the same wavelength. You
Yeah.
know, you're not going it alone.
Right. It's like these shared energy. Like, you all get the challenges, the wins, the whole thing. So you're feeding off of each other. And speaking of feeding your mind, another habit that kept coming up was daily reading.
Ah, yes. The classic.
I know, I know. You're probably thinking, who has time for that?
Especially with everything else going on.
But it's not about reading like a whole novel every night.
Yeah.
It's about consistently learning from people who are already successful.
Yeah, tapping into their knowledge. Think of books like Concentrated Wisdom.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You just can't get that from scrolling through social media for an hour,
not even close. Although, to be fair, audiobooks do make it a lot easier these days.
right? I listen to them all the time.
Hmm.
While I'm walking the dog, doing dishes,
Yeah.
it's like multitasking for your brain.
Love that. It's called habit stacking. Like integrating reading into things you already do.
Makes it way less intimidating.
Absolutely. And, you can even create like a curated reading list, like books that really excite you.
So it feels less like homework and more like, ooh, what am I going to learn today?
Exactly.
And hey, if you're liking this deep dive so far, hit that like button and share this with someone who needs some inspiration. Okay, so moving on to the next millionaire habit. And this one might feel tough-lovey, pushing past your comfort zone.
Ah, the dreaded comfort
I'm
though.
talking about that feeling you get when you're about to try something new.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, scary.
I think everyone feels that though. To some degree, it's pretty universal.
That's true. But the difference is, successful people, they don't let that fear stop them.
They kind of reframe it as like a necessary step for growth.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to this. Remember when I first started making content?
Oh.
The learning curve was like, whoa. So many times, I just wanted to quit.
But you didn't.
I know. It was tough. But that's the whole point, right? Like commitment. You have to stick with it even when it's hard.
Exactly. And a good way to approach this is to, pick one big goal, something ambitious, and then break it down into smaller steps.
Makes it way less overwhelming that way.
And then celebrate those milestones along the way. It's all about proving to yourself, like, hey, I can handle this.
Okay, so we've talked about environment, reading, pushing past comfort zones. What's next on our millionaire habit checklist?
Well, this next one is especially crucial for, entrepreneurs and business owners. It's the strategic no.
Ooh, I like this. Tell me more.
It's all about setting boundaries. And it's about understanding that your time, your energy, your money, they're all finite resources.
You only have so much.
Exactly. And successful people are really deliberate about how they use those resources.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's so easy to fall into that trap of saying yes to every opportunity that comes your way.
Oh, yeah.
But then you just end up stretched thin. Your focus is all over the place.
And here's the thing. Every time you say yes to something, you're automatically saying no to something else.
So true.
So it's really about asking yourself, okay, does this commitment align with my priorities? Does it get me closer to the life I want?
If not, you got to be willing to say no.
Gracefully, but firmly.
It's about protecting your most valuable asset.
Your time and your energy.
Exactly. And that actually leads us to another habit that I found super interesting: cultivating a growth mindset.
Ah, yes, the growth mindset.
This is like one of the core differences between people who achieve amazing things and people who, kind of stay stuck.
It's all about seeing obstacles not as roadblocks, but as challenges to be overcome.
Yeah. Like, I've seen this so many times, especially with entrepreneurs. They have this amazing idea, but then they hit a snag and they just give up.
Because they get caught in that fixed mindset trap, thinking, oh, my abilities are set in stone, I can't change.
I can't do this because I don't know how.
Right. But successful people, they inherently believe that they can learn and grow.
So it's more like, okay, I don't know how to do this yet, but how can I learn?
Exactly. They're not afraid to seek out the knowledge, the resources, the mentors they need.
To make that vision happen.
And this actually ties back to what we were talking about earlier, surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yeah, people who inspire you, challenge you, and support you along the way. It's like creating this positive feedback loop of growth and achievement. And, by the way, if you're digging this deep dive and feeling inspired, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Okay, so let's keep rolling with these millionaire habits. This next one is all about setting yourself up for success the night before. It's called night before prep.
Love this one. Such a simple strategy, but so powerful.
It's about, minimizing decision fatigue and just getting your mind ready to be productive.
Exactly.
Like, I'm a big fan of laying out your clothes the night before, outlining your tasks for the next day.
Yeah, you're basically giving your future self a gift.
Right. You're like, hey, you're welcome.
It's all about reducing friction, setting yourself up for a smooth morning.
So you can just focus on the important stuff. And another key part of this night before prep is creating a quiet zone before you go to sleep. Like turning off your phone, dimming the lights.
Yeah, I got to get that blue light out of your face.
Oh, right. I've heard that blue light can really mess with your sleep.
Yeah.
So creating that calm space, free from technology, it's so key.
It lets your subconscious kind of process everything, get ready for the next day.
It's like giving your brain a chance to recharge and reset.
Exactly.
And speaking of recharging, we can't forget about good old H2O.
Hydration, yes.
It's amazing how such a simple thing like drinking enough water can make a huge difference in how you feel. Your energy levels, your focus, everything.
Oh, absolutely. And we often wake up dehydrated after a night's sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
So starting your day with a liter of water can really kickstart your brain.
Makes sense.
And just your overall well-being, too.
Okay, I'm totally down to try this for a week. Like, first thing in the morning, drink a whole liter. Who's with me? Let's make a pact. Report back on how you feel. But, it's not just about plain water, right?
Right, right. We also got to think about electrolytes.
Oh, yeah, those things.
Especially if you're, working out or just having a busy day. We lose electrolytes and we got to replenish them.
So what about all those electrolyte powders and drinks that are everywhere these days? Are they worth it?
They can be, yeah. It's a pretty convenient way to get those electrolytes back in balance.
I mean, they're important for all sorts of things, right? Like muscles, hydration, even your mood, I think.
All of that, yep. So yeah, if you're feeling drained, electrolytes could be the missing piece. Now, another millionaire habit we noticed is all about working smarter, not harder. It's about, timing your work to match your energy levels.
Ooh, I like this.
Like, some people are morning people.
Early birds.
Yeah, and others are night owls. So the key is figuring out when you're at your best.
When your brain is firing on all cylinders.
Exactly. And then plan your schedule around that. Don't try to force yourself to work when you're exhausted.
Oh, this is so true. I'm definitely a morning person. I get my best work done before anyone else is even awake.
Yeah.
But I remember one of those creators we were watching, he was all about working late at night. So it was when he was most creative.
And that's totally fine. It's all about what works for you.
So if you're tackling a really tough task, schedule it for when you know you'll have the most energy.
You'll be way more efficient that way. Now, let's talk about another important habit that a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs and small business owners, tend to overlook. Investing.
Investing.
A lot of folks think, oh, that's just for rich people, but it's actually crucial for anyone who wants to build long-term financial security.
Makes sense.
And one of those creators we watched, he explained it such a simple way. Like, he talked about starting with something called index funds.
Index funds.
Yeah, they're a low-cost way to invest in the stock market. And you can even set it up so you're automatically contributing a little bit each month.
Yeah, he made it sound pretty easy to get started.
Exactly. And it's that consistency that really matters. Think of it like planting seeds for your future.
As your business grows, you can explore other investment opportunities too.
Oh, for sure. There are tons of options.
But starting small and being consistent, that's the key takeaway. By the way, if you're loving these millionaire habits, don't forget to like this video and share it with your entrepreneurial buddies. Okay, so this next habit really spoke to me. Investing in yourself.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's all about continuous learning.
Yes, especially in today's world. Things are changing so fast, we gotta keep up.
So whether it's taking courses, going to industry events, or even finding a mentor, it's all about leveling up your skills and knowledge.
Exactly. And that can make a huge difference in your success. Plus, it keeps things interesting.
Yeah, you're always growing, always learning new things, keeps you motivated and engaged.
For sure. And don't underestimate the power of networking either.
Networking.
Yeah, building those connections with other entrepreneurs, with mentors, industry leaders. You never know what doors might open.
It's about building those relationships that can help you grow. So, wow, we've covered a lot in this deep dive. From the power of your environment and mindset to taking action and always keeping that growth mindset.
It's been quite the journey through these millionaire habits.
What I find so inspiring is that these principles, they can apply to any part of your life.
Exactly. Your business, relationships, personal growth, all of it. It's not just about money. It's about, like, a way of thinking.
So take these nuggets of wisdom and put them into practice. But remember, you don't have to do everything at once.
One step at a time.
Pick one or two habits that really resonate with you and start there.
Progress over perfection, right?
Absolutely. So tell us, what really clicked for you? Which habit are you excited to try out? Leave a comment below. Let's keep this conversation going.
We're all in this together, folks. Cheers to your success.
And speaking of recharging, we can't forget about good old H2O.
Hydration.
Yeah.
So important.
It's crazy how something so simple, like drinking enough water, can make such a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Like your energy, your focus, everything.
Totally. We often wake up dehydrated.
Yeah, that's true.
So starting the day with, like, a liter of water.
A whole liter.
Yeah, it can really jumpstart your brain.
Interesting.
And it's great for your overall well-being, too.
Okay, I'm in. I'm going to try this for a week. First thing in the morning, liter of water. Who's with me? Let's make it a pact. We'll report back, see how we feel. Yeah. But it's not just about plain water, right?
Nope. Got to think about electrolytes, too.
Ah, right. Electrolytes.
Especially, if you're active, working out, busy day, we lose those electrolytes.
And we got to replenish them.
Exactly. So all those electrolyte powders and drinks out there, are they worth it?
That's what I'm wondering.
They can be, yeah. Easy way to get those electrolytes back in balance.
They're important for so much, right? Muscles, hydration.
Yep.
Even your mood, I think.
All of that. So yeah, feeling drained, electrolytes could be the thing you're missing. Now, another millionaire habit we noticed, it's about working smarter, not harder.
Oh, so that.
It's all about, like, syncing your work with your natural energy levels.
Oh, interesting.
Like, some people are morning people.
Early birds, yeah.
And others are night owls. So the key is figure out when you're at your peak.
When your brain is, like, super sharp.
Exactly. And then, structure your day around that. Don't try to force yourself to work when you're just exhausted.
Oh, this is so true. I'm a total morning person.
Mm-hmm.
Get my best work done before anyone else is even up.
Mm.
But I remember one of the creators we watched, he was all about those late night work sessions. So that's when he felt most creative.
And that's great. It's all about what works for you, right?
So if you've got a tough task, try scheduling it for that peak energy time.
You'll be amazed at how much more you can get done.
It's like a productivity superpower. Speaking of superpowers, let's talk about one that's often overlooked, especially by us entrepreneurs.
What's that?
Investing. A lot of people think, oh, that's just for the wealthy, but it's really important for anyone who wants to build long-term financial security.
So true.
And, one of the creators we watched, he broke it down in such a simple way. He talked about starting with something called index funds.
Index funds, yeah.
They're a low-cost way to invest in the stock market.
Right, exact.
And you can even set up, like, automatic contributions.
So you're consistently investing, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah, you made it sound so approachable.
It's that consistency that really makes a difference over time.
Like planting seeds for your future.
And then as your business grows, you can explore other investment opportunities.
It's about making your money work for you so you can reach those bigger goals. Whether it's expanding your business, investing in new equipment, or even, taking that well-deserved vacation.
Love that.
And hey, if you're digging these millionaire habits, don't forget to like this video and share it with your entrepreneurial friends. Okay, this next habit, it really resonated with me. Investing in yourself.
Oh, that's huge.
It's all about continuous learning, right? Never stop growing.
Absolutely. Especially in today's world. Things are changing so fast, we've got to stay ahead of the curve.
So whether it's taking courses, going to industry events, finding a mentor,
It's all about leveling up your skills and knowledge.
Yeah, and it keeps things interesting, too. Keeps you motivated and engaged.
For sure. And speaking of connections, don't underestimate the power of networking.
Oh, networking.
Building those relationships with other entrepreneurs, mentors, industry leaders, it can open so many doors.
Yeah, you never know who you're going to meet or what opportunities might come up. So, wow, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. From the power of your environment and having the right mindset to actually taking action and never stopping that learning process.
It's been a fantastic journey through these millionaire habits. And what's really cool is that these principles, they can apply to any area of your life.
Exactly. Not just business, but relationships, personal growth.
It's about a way of thinking, you know? A way of approaching life.
So take these nuggets of wisdom and start putting them into practice. But remember, you don't have to do everything all at once.
Start small.
Pick one or two habits that really resonate with you and make them a part of your routine.
Progress over perfection, right?
Absolutely. So tell us, what really clicked for you? Which habit are you excited to try out? Leave a comment below. Let's keep this conversation going.
We're all on this journey together, folks. Cheers to your success.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the habits of millionaires. We'll see you next time for another insightful exploration.